It's 2025, and you wake up to the sound of a British officer banging on your door.
Oi, wake up. Time for your work. Don't forget your British taxes.
You rush to the market, but instead of rupees, you need British pounds to buy groceries. And oh, the dream of watching India play in the Cricket World Cup. Forget it. The British team observed us years ago. Sounds terrifying, right? But what if I told you this could have been our reality? What if India never gained independence? What if the freedom struggle failed? Well, let's get updated on what would happen if India never got its independence. Alright, let's rewind back to 1947. We all know the story. After decades of struggle, sacrifice, and movements led by Gandhi, Nehru, Patel, Bose, and countless others, India finally gained independence. But let's change history. What if the British never left? What if, instead of conceding to Indian demands, they tightened their grip further? Imagine if key leaders were imprisoned indefinitely and any hope for freedom was crushed under martial law. Would India still find a way to fight back? Or would we remain a British colony forever? Maybe the Quit India movement was crushed completely. Maybe the British made a deal with Indian princely states to divide the resistance. Maybe World War II ended differently, giving British enough power to hold on to India. Whatever the reason, in this timeline, we are still under British rule. And here's where things get crazy. So, let's divide the alternate reality in 4 acts. Act 1. Political system, the never-ending British Raj. In this timeline, India is not a free country. It's still a British colony, maybe even renamed as British India 2.0. No Prime Minister Modi, no President Murmu, just a British Viceroy ruling from Delhi. Our parliament doesn't exist. Instead, we have a puppet government filled with British loyalists, handpicked to ensure no real change to colonial rule. Elections? A mere formality, with predetermined outcomes. The British administration would continue its strategy of divide and rule, ensuring various Indian communities remain at odds with each other. Some regions might be given preferential treatment, creating economic disparities, while others would face a brutal crackdown on any forms of dissent. Large cities like Delhi and Mumbai might resemble wealthy colonial outposts, while rural areas struggle under feudal-like system controlled by British landowners and their allies. Meanwhile, political decisions would be strictly censored, ensuring that any whispers of independence are swiftly silenced. Act 2. Economy, a permanent loot. Our economy would be worse than ever. The British never left, so they never stopped draining our resources. Remember how they looted India's wealth? Yeah, that continues. Instead of making our own cars, smartphones, and software, we are stuck assembling British-made products in factories for minimal wages. IT sector, non-existent. Instead of exporting software, we are still exporting cotton and spices, while British corporations take all the profits. And if you think taxes are bad now, imagine paying double for the same road, same water, and same food, except all the money goes straight to London. Act 3. Culture, British influence everywhere. Forget about Bollywood. In this alternate reality, Hollywood-style British films dominate, and actors are mostly British or their favorites. What about cricket? Well, we might have a team, but it's under the British Empire Cricket Association, and we never get to captain it. Hindi, Bengali, Tamil, and Kannada, and other regional languages slowly fading away. English becomes mandatory, and in schools, history books don't talk about Ashoka or Shivaji. Instead, we will learn about how kind the British were in bringing civilization to India. Because, we were totally uncivilized before they came, correct? But there will be a resistance. Now comes the final act. Act 4, the climax, the resistance awakens. Now, this all sounds bleak, but hold on. Indians have never been the type to sit quietly under oppression, right? Just like in the real history, our resistance would rise. But this time, it's not Gandhi or Nehru leading peaceful protests. It is a new generation of rebels. Imagine a 21st century Bhagat Singh organizing underground cyber attacks against Britishers. A modern day Subhash Chandra Bose creating a guerrilla army with advanced technology. Social media becomes the battlefield, where people fight to restore India's lost identity. And what about you? Would you have the courage to fight for India's freedom in this timeline? Would the Second Indian War of Independence succeed? Or would we be doomed to British rule forever? Luckily, we don't have to find out. India did gain independence, and today we stand as the world's largest democracy, a growing economy, and a cultural superpower. Sure, we have challenges, but at least we control our own destiny. So, next time you feel frustrated about traffic, corruption, or taxes, just remember at least we are not paying them to British Viceroy. What do you think? Would India have fought back in this alternate reality? Let me know in the comment section. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Until then, have a good time.